So one of the things that I have done, I wrote a book about this years ago called Manifest Your Destiny. And in this book, I talked one of the 9 principles for getting everything that you want. One of them is that believing that you are worthy of what you would like to attract into your life. Those of you who have heard me speak over the years have heard me speak endlessly about this idea that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And if what you think about is that you are unworthy, and if you think that you don't deserve something, then you're going to get and attract exactly that. That becomes an energy. It's an energy that you're taking on yourself. You're placing it out into the universe. You're sending that energy form out in the format of a thought that says, I am not worthy of attracting into my life the abundance that I want, the relationships that I want, the good health that I would like to have, the job that I would like to get. Other people are more worthy than me. I evaluate who I am and how important I am on the basis of how I stack up to what other people tell me, to what religion has told me, to what my parents have told me. And we're filled with all of this kind of psychological devastating information that points to the fact that we really aren't deserving of what shows up into our life. So I looked this up just about a half an hour ago. I was going through this that I wrote about years ago in Manifest Your Destiny, and it says here that there are 483,364 words in the book called A Course in Miracles. 483,364. That's almost 500,000 words. And the word beware only appears once. And it appears in the Course in Miracles where it says this: beware of the temptation to see yourself as having been unfairly treated or as unworthy. Beware of that temptation to believe that life has handed you a dirty deal, that you're not worthy of what you would like to attract into your life. And transcend that and understand and say it and create an inner kind of manifesto that says, it's from the great musical La Cage aux Folles, I am what I am. I am what I am, and I am a creation of God. And as a creation of God, I am a piece of God. And if God is everywhere, then God must be in me. And if God is everywhere, then God must also be in all that I would like to attract into my life, everything that is missing, so that in some wonderfully, spiritually mysterious way, I am already connected by my source to everything that I would like to attract into my life. And all I have to do is change around my inner perceptions and remind myself that, yes, of course I am deserving of God. I am deserving of good. I am deserving of health. I am deserving of a happy relationship. I am deserving of all the abundance that can flow into my life. Every single time that I stop and pick up a little coin when I see them on the ground, I always say, as I put it into my pocket and put it in a little container that I give away at the end of every year, I always say out loud, thank you, God, for this symbol of abundance that continues to flow into my life. Many of us have been raised to believe that we're not really deserving of something in our lives, that almost all organized religion operates on this principle that we come into this world as sinners. We have something called original sin, and this original sin is something that we can never shake because we're really not worthy and we're not really connected to God. We're not pieces of God. That God is somehow something outside of ourselves, like this sort of cosmic bellboy that we every once in a while call to whenever we need to get something, and hope that that this God in the form of usually a white dead male floating around in heaven is going to bring us something if we behave ourselves and if we follow the rules that someone else has laid down for us. I think particularly in writing this book that I'm working on now about living the Tao, one of the things I've really noticed is the difference in the approach of the Tao is that God is not seen as something that is external to ourselves, as outside of us, as this great white father who's doing things for us, but rather is in nature, is in all of everything that exists in the universe. Every flower, every snail, every cloud, every tree, every human being is a piece of God, comes from this grand and great and divine source, that all of us come into this world as innocent creations of God. And so practicing worthiness, the thing that the way that I look at this thing is that all of us are creations of God. And that as a creation of God, you don't have to prove anything. And then if you understand that you are a creation of God, you are a piece of God, so that when you trust in yourself and believe in yourself and believe that you're worthy, you're believing and trusting in the very wisdom that created you. And to deny your own worthiness, to receive anything, to be deserving of anything, is to really be denying the presence of your creative source.